Marti, Rowan. What can a name get to? What can a name get to? Marti, Rowan.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who are parents out there, think back with me, if you will, to when you first learned that you were expecting. There were lists that you made, things to do, car seats to buy, cribs to put together. One of the most fun things to do, though, was to pick out the baby's name. Some expectant parents will turn to baby name books or online directories these days, looking for just the right name. They want something unique, something nobody else has. My parents, not the least bit concerned with a unique name. No, I come from a long line of family namers. In fact, I have a cousin that has a 4 after his name. My mom would always say, even if Dad's name is Hector, the firstborn son should be named after Dad. Well, my apologies if there's any Hectors out in the audience. My oldest brother, therefore, is William Darty Sprigg, Jr. My next brother was Thomas Albert, named for our grandfathers. Thomas from Mom's dad, Albert from my dad's dad. Within a space of 16 months, Mom has 2 boys, and now she wants a girl to complete the family. It would be 8 years before I came along. And in those 8 years, the penchant for family names did not change. So when they learned they were expecting again, they quickly settled on using grandmother's names. I would be Susan from my mom's mom, Ethel from my dad's mom, Susan Ethel. Now I know what you're thinking. You're reading the name. Your name isn't Susan or even Ethel for all we know. No, it's not. You see, my grandmother Ethel had other ideas. She wanted a namesake. She wanted me to be named after her and only her. She wanted me to be named Ethel Arnold Sprigg. And she lobbied hard for me to have that name. All during Mom's pregnancy, she just kept after them. You should name the baby after me. You should name the baby after me. And my mom and dad would push back and they would say, we can't do that. We can't leave out her other grandmother. That wouldn't be fair. Well, finally, my grandmother Ethel got so upset. She said, if I can't have the whole name, I don't want any of it. Don't use my name at all. Well, my mom was just so upset that her mother-in-law was upset with her. And she would cry, oh, Bill, what are we going to do if it's a girl? And my dad would say, don't worry, we'll figure something out. It'll be fine. Now, you might be able to tell from the gray that I am of a certain age, that my parents didn't know if they were having a boy or a girl until I was born. And having a boy would have allowed them to sidestep this whole problem. But Mom really wanted a girl to complete the family. After 16 hours of labor, she delivers a girl, and she's thrilled. The family's complete. And Mom is so over the moon happy until the nurse says, what are you going to name her? And all those conversations with her mother-in-law come back, and she says, oh, Bill, what are we going to do? And my dad says, we're going to name her after her mother. And so that's how I became Martha Louise. Everyone seemed happy with Dad's compromise, at least for a while anyway. One day when I was about 10 years old, I was playing cards with my grandmother Ethel, and I happened to notice her beautiful platinum filigree diamond engagement ring, and I complimented her on it. And she says, this could have been yours if you'd been named after me. In fact, all of my jewelry, my furs, it all could have been yours. Well, I did the math in my head really fast and I thought, jewelry, going through life named Ethel. Nah, no thank you. When I got home and I told Mom about that conversation, I said, I'm really glad that you landed on naming me Martha Louise. Ethel didn't give me a ring, but she did give me many other gifts, and among them, most was her time. She tried to teach me how to knit and crochet. And at 12 years old, I wasn't interested in that. I was more interested in hanging with my friends. But in recent years, I have picked up knitting. I made this beautiful scarf and crochet. And funny enough, I even picked up her favorite hobby of fishing. And don't worry, I'm not going to pick up a fish. As I mentioned, Mom wanted a girl to complete the family. She had that and she thought, we're done. Lo and behold, God had other plans. Surprise, 4 years later, another boy comes along. And this time, Mom used her grandfather's name. So my younger brother was named Murray. Let me tell you though, what they were going to name that baby if it had been a girl. Heather. So realistically, folks, but now walk through this with me. I would have been Ethel Arnold with a sister named Heather. Now, if anyone out there can explain to me how that would have been in any way fair, I am all ears. So now you know what a name can almost get you, or not. Back to you, contest master.